What are the appropriate or allowed excuses for someone to break his fast? Okay, and there are few excuses, and inshallah we're going to be going through them one by one with Allah ta'ala. Number one, what are the number one excuse for someone to break his fast? First of all, the number one excuse is for someone is old age or sickness. Now, there are two types of sicknesses, and we talked about this in the past. There is acute sickness, and there is chronic sickness. If someone have acute sickness, meaning that he got ill for like a week, and he's tired, or 2 weeks, and he know that he's going to recover from the sickness, then he would make up these days. He would make up these days after after Ramadan. But if someone is chronically sick, what do? They would feed a person for each and every day they fasted. They broke their fast during the month of Ramadan. So this is when it comes to appropriate excuses for someone to break their fast. So المرض والكبر في السن. Sickness and being old, generally speaking. The second one is for someone who is traveling. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, فَمَنْ كَانَ مِنْكُمْ مَرِيضًا أَوْ عَلَى سَفَرٍ. And whoever was sick or he was traveling. Again, now when it comes to traveling, there is obviously mandatory fasting. There is mandatory fasting, and there is like the month of Ramadan, and there is voluntary fasting. When it comes to traveling, when you are doing mandatory fasting like Ramadan, you have an option. You have an option to break your fast or not break your fast. Okay, and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, إن شئتم فصم وإن شئت فافطر. You have a choice. If you thought, for instance, the scholars said if you feel it's going to be too much for you to handle, then it's better to break your fast and take advantage of this permission. Now, if someone is voluntarily fasting, it's better altogether to break their fast. It's because it's voluntary, and your fasting is better just to break your fast. Okay, and that's kind of the general rule here. The third reason for someone to break their fast is al-hayd wa nifas. When someone, for instance, when a sister have her monthly period, or when a sister she bears a child, and that's common. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, أليس إذا حضت لم تصل لم تصلي ولم تصم فذلك من نقصان دينها. That when a woman when she is having her period, she's allowed not to fast, nor she's not allowed for her to pray. Okay. The fourth reason, al-rida'a, that when a sister is pregnant and she's breastfeeding, she's also allowed for her to break her fast. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إن الله وضع على المسافر شطر الصلاة والصوم وعلى الحبلى والمرضى الصوم. And that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala have made a permission for a sister who is pregnant, and a person and a sister who is breastfeeding, that she's allowed to break her fast. Okay.